welcome back to BBQTalk.ca series of barbecue how-to videos. Been a little while since we've done one. Today we're going to do a fun one. We're going to do some chicken, and it's not your usual chicken, it's not competition chicken, it's not oven chicken. Today we're going to do spatchcock chicken. Today we've got a couple of chickens, and these are right out of the supermarket. They're about 3 to 4 pounds a piece, Canadian A grade. Okay, and spatchcocking is basically nothing more than butterflying a chicken. What it does is it creates a wider area for it to cook on, and it will therefore cook a little bit quicker. Okay, always check the insides of your chicken. Sometimes they leave little goodies and innards and stuff in there, and you want to make sure it's nice and clean. Same thing with the outside. Make sure all the pin feathers have been removed. I mean, nobody wants to bite into anything like that. The extra fat's okay in the skin, no big deal. So check your chicken well, okay? And then what we're going to do, you can use poultry scissors, you can use a knife. We're basically going to cut the backs out of them, we're going to spread them, and we're going to flatten them right out. Okay, so let's take a little closer look at how we actually butterfly, or spatchcock, our chicken. Okay, so give you a little closer up view. Breast side of the chicken, breast side down, neck to tail, okay, backbone. All we're going to do is we're going to cut that out. Now you can do that with a pair of poultry scissors, or a good sharp knife, and you're just going to follow along that backbone. Be careful not to cut your hand. Along the backbone all the way through. You can hear the bone cracking. All the way down to the tail. Okay, that's one side. Then we're going to do the same thing following the other side. Follow that backbone. Once you get a hold of it, then just follow the rest of the way, all the way down. Now, don't get rid of that backbone. Excellent, excellent source for some soup stock. Sometimes little tiny bits of the innards stay inside. Get rid of it. Okay, there's one backbone removed. Do the other chicken. Doesn't matter which end you start at. Find the backbone. Once again, insert your knife. Watch your hands. All the backbone all the way down to the tail. There, he had a little stronger back than what I was anticipating. Same thing here. Trying to do it so you guys can see it and I don't cut my hands off. Find the backbone. And again, follow the side. There. Backbone removed. Little if any effort at all. Make sure she's cleaned out. Again, keep it for stock. That's the hardest part, which was really not hard at all. Now you take your spatchcocked or butterflied chicken and place it with the breast side up. Okay, everything laid out flat. Wings on top. And all we're going to do now, take the palm of your hand. This is the breastbone. Crack the breastbone. Same thing here, breastbone. There, folks, is spatchcocked, butterflied chicken. Easy as it can be. Now, we're going to season these, and we've got our own rubs up here. Now, this is a little bit of garlic butter that we made up. I mean, it's very simple. Take some garlic, find underneath the skin, mix it with some butter. Put your hands, without tearing, up underneath the skin. Okay, you can see a little pocket. We're just going to stuff the inside here with pads of garlic butter on top of the breast of the chicken. When you're cooking, generally, the breast is the last piece, not the last piece, but the first piece that's overdone. Rub a little bit on the outside. So when the thighs are done, generally the breast is overdone. And we're not going to let that happen because we're going to put a little bit of moisture inside the bird. Same thing. Just go underneath that skin. You can see it separating. See my finger get in there. Okay, all the way along the breast. Tuck your butter in there. You can put lemon, you can put fruit, you can put whatever you want. Okay, spread it around. Up one side, gently the finger underneath. Okay, don't worry, not going to tear it if you're gentle. Let her under there. Okay, now we've got our breast somewhat protected. I'm going to take off a glove because we're going to do these a little bit differently. Okay, so now they're ready for seasoning and for going on the grill. Now, my family is just my wife and I and two very small children. There's no way we're going to eat 2 chickens. So at this point, we're going to take one and we're going to leave it like this and put it in a freezer bag, put it in the freezer for next time for whenever we need to use it in the future. And you can do the same. So we'll move this one out of the way. Okay. All the little nasties that go along with it. Now we're ready for seasoning. So what you want to do is you want to season both sides of the bird. Go ahead, and that's just some straight pepper. Season it with whatever your favorite spices or rubs are. We've got a mixture here that is some salt and some garlic, some onion, some paprika, a little seasoning salt, a few other things. So there we've seasoned one side of the bird. Go ahead, rub it freely. If you like the taste of it, go ahead and throw it on the chicken. It's fine. Doesn't take a whole bunch. A little pepper on the outside of this one. As far as I'm concerned, you can't over-season it if you like the flavor. I love pepper. I like a lot of pepper. My mashed potatoes are almost black when I eat them, so a little more butter, that's not going to hurt anything. Now, you can put it on the grill at this point if you want to. It's going to turn out absolutely amazing, and we'll follow the process through, but I do one more little trick to this. And I add pork fat. I love what bacon does to the chicken. So at this point, all I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up the sensitive breast area because that's going to dry out, but I'm going to cover the whole darn thing. So the bacon fat's going to continue to baste or keep our chicken moist, keep the flavor of the chicken in, while adding a little pork fat flavor to the magic. So roughly ½ a pound, depending on your size of chicken. Cover it all up. I'm going to guarantee this will be the best tasting moist piece of chicken that you've ever had. Okay, no, that's just one big fat slice, so right smack dab in the middle. Make sure she's all covered. Now, it's ready for the grill. Okay, so now we're basically ready to take it to the grill. You can cook it on a rack in your oven in the roasting pan if you want, exactly the same way. You can cook it on your gasser, your charcoal, whatever you want. We're going to do it on a pellet-fueled Traeger today. We're going to cook it roughly 400 degrees. You can do it 350 to 400. I know that this 3 to 4 pound bird in about an hour and 20 minutes is going to be done to perfection. We've done a ton of these things. Use your thermometer if you want. Use a knife test if you want. It'll be done. And so now we'll go out to the grill. Oh, you may be saying, okay, barbecue boy, what's with the booze? Well, I didn't forget. Booze enhances a lot of things, especially when it comes to cooking. So it doesn't matter. You know, whatever your preference is. Got some Jack Daniels, got some wine, got some beer. You know, whatever. Chicken. I can see it going good with wine. And a little Budweiser. Yeah, that's the key. Okay, ready for the grill. We'll see you outside. Okay, gang, here we are about 50 minutes into the cook. Let's see what we got here. Beautiful. I can tell by the feel of the joint. That chicken is done. We'll see you inside. Okay guys, I misspoke a little bit earlier. We just got done doing another video which had whole chicken that we had stuffed on a beer can. For the timing, it doesn't take an hour and 50 minutes. This was more like 50 minutes. It does reduce the cooking time because you're laying it out flat. You've got a broader cooking surface. This one is done, and if you want to test, take your knife and poke a hole in there. Juices run clear, which they are. Chicken's done. Another way, we got a leg in the bone. Moves freely, away you go. Look at the bacon. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful looking chicken. And take a little bite. A little taste test here. Now we're just making up some sauce at the same time. We've got a 16-liter crock pot going on. A little taste. Wow. Unbelievable. If you haven't tried Spatchcock before, give it a try. Beautiful. Until next time, join us on the forum. www.BBQTalk.ca. We'll see you there. Good cooking.